Right? Stay 13 of sharing some bulletproof truths so that athletes that are struggling with ankle and knee issues can finally go back to enjoy the sport they love. And today I want to break down 3 of the main reasons why you might still be in pain. First one is that I'm giving you all this knowledge right now. You're watching this, it's already day 13. You've hopefully watched up until now all the days, and you're getting up this knowledge, you're downloading all of that. But if you're not putting that into a clear plan of action, nothing's really going to happen. So what I want to encourage you to do is actually reflect and ask yourself, how do I put together a clear plan that every time I go into the gym or go to work out, go into the pitch, I know exactly what I'm doing, and I'm not doing any guesswork or I'm adding stuff on top of it. I'm freestyling, because there's a reason why training programs are structured in a certain ways, sequences, what you do before, after a certain exercise, all that stuff plays a big role. And that's why we are so hard on having a clear plan, right? Especially for our one-on-one clients, we want to have a clear plan, because if not, how are we going to track the consistent progress? And that's the second thing we want to make sure. And I'm not saying, okay, it's always just going to be a linear thing, but what I want to say is that we're aiming for those small wins week to week, so that we know, okay, we're on the right path, we're making these wins, and even if we have an obstacle coming up, we can overcome it as quickly as possible, because we still have a clear plan and we have the guidance around it as well, which is obviously the third point. But staying with the second point, we know, right, we put a big emphasis on connective tissue. And what we also know is, okay, connective tissue can grow, it has the same anabolic properties as muscle has, right? Remodeling that tissue, this is the goal, but then it just takes much longer than muscle does. So it's all about being able to stack up those small wins week to week to week, so that over 3 months, we really actually, then when we go into extreme exercise, or we then go and test how our knee is feeling, we feel so much better, because the remodeling has taken place, right? And that's what we're really looking for here with having a clear plan. If you're still freestyling right now, put together a plan, reach out to us, ask for help. This is why we're here. And to be honest, asking for help and asking for guidance, which is the last point, was the best decision I've ever made, right? I was trying to figure it out on my own. I've done loads of research on my own, and I'm encouraging you as well to do loads of research on your own. But if you're tired of trying to figure out, on social media, you get bombarded with so much information, this guy telling you this guy telling you that. So how do you actually end up with a clear plan? What I did is looking for someone that actually has done what I wanted to do, right? For me, that person was Ben Patrick, knees over toes guy, right? He was struggling with knee pain for years and years, had such bad knees. So I looked for a person like him, and through luck as well, obviously on YouTube, the algorithm, all that stuff, I came onto his page, and from there, I invested into his program. Thought, oh no, $50 a month is expensive. I quit it again. And what happened? I didn't have the guidance anymore. I couldn't stay consistent anymore. And it didn't really help me at all. Even though I knew the exercise, even though I knew, okay, this is supposed to be good for the knee. And what I done then, once I realized, okay, look, if I want to take it seriously, let's actually hold myself accountable and actually get the why behind all of that stuff, truly understand it. And this is what's so powerful with investing, right? That's what I did. Like, I went from saving up loads of money before, boom, back to zero, because once I got onto the train of, oh wow, I invest something, I get 10 times the amount back. Well, let me invest something else in myself, because I trust in myself. Okay, it's the safest investment you could do. And that's why we're encouraging people that come into our program as well to get the knowledge themselves. So then there's the ripple effect, because, right, I joined Ben Patrick's program. I got knowledge from actually, not only from him now I got into other stuff as well, learning, keep researching, had the experience myself, learning from the best. And literally this ripple effect could now affect you to get the knowledge, get the results yourself. And we can definitely help you get there. So if you're serious about this, obviously check out the link in the description. But no matter what, the ripple effect is what it's about, right? So you getting the knowledge, applying it to yourself, making sure you get the results and actually understand it as well, right? And then you can go and help other people, right? And that's the beautiful thing about this. That's why I want you to really understand this. Nail down the clear plan, nail down the consistent progress. And as I said, it's not just got to be a linear line, but rather small wins each week, small wins each week. And actually, if we get a setback, we learn from it, and we realize, oh, okay, this is the reason we got the setback. Next time you can avoid it, right? You can keep making progress. And then the guidance, it will just speed up everything. Like, as I said, if you're in a position where you know this is really all just a question of what's your priority as well, right? Because for years I kept, okay, I went to the doctors, I done that stuff, but for years I didn't actually dive into it too much myself. Only once I got to a point where I'm like, okay, I need to figure this out now. No one else could help me. That's when I really went into it myself and set it as okay, this is the number one priority, right? Because it already was in my mind, but then waking up thinking about, oh, how's my knee feeling? Going to sleep thinking about how's my knee feeling. So in your mind, it's subconsciously already, it's always there, but the actions in your life are not really reflecting that priority. So think about that as well. What's your number one priority? Is it getting rid of that pain? Do you realize that if you stay in pain, it will not just magically get better? Do you realize if you stay in pain, this and this and this could be, holding you back in the future? And I didn't realize that. So, and unfortunately, many, talented athletes, let's say, for example, they can get through with the talents. Boom, boom. They push through because they might struggle with injuries, all that stuff, but they have the talent, so they can keep on pushing. But at some point, they get to the point where maybe they have to make that big move. Boom, and they're injured. And that's the reason they didn't make it. Like, how, and if you realize that from the beginning and you realize, okay, look, if my body is not holding me back, then the only other thing that could hold me back is really my mind, right? And these two things, we put loads of emphasis on working on your body and then working on your mind. On some other days, I'm going to go into that as well, how you can, make sure that you're not limiting yourself with your mind. But this is it for today, day 13. These three, really ask yourself, right? And if you say, look, we're getting these results for a reason because we nail down the clear plan, we make sure we get the consistent progress, and we give them the guidance. We're there for our clients every single day, making sure, okay, if an obstacle comes up, we can overcome that as quickly as possible, and we can provide the support as well and instill the belief in that person as well to be able to say, okay, look, I actually believe that this will get me where I want to be, and that's a beautiful thing. Eventually, they end up being there. So that's the goal, really. So day 13, Bulletproof Proof. See you on day 14. Happy for you to be here. Like, it's almost been 2 weeks and you're getting all this knowledge. So I thought it might only be right to actually, have you asking yourself as well, okay, I'm getting all this knowledge. Am I actually applying this in a clear plan, consistent progress? Do I need the guidance? If you need, don't feel afraid to reach out. We're more than happy to help. So if that's the case, just check out the link in the video description, and I'll see you on day 14 tomorrow. Bye.